Doctors won't tell you this, but berberine has gone head-to-head with some of the most widely prescribed blood sugar medications in the world. And in several studies, it held its own or came out ahead. So why isn't your doctor mentioning it at your next appointment? Well, here's what's actually going on. In this video, I'm walking you through exactly what happens inside your body when you start taking berberine, broken down by the timeline that actual research follows: day 7, day 30, and day 90. What changes at each point, why the order matters more than you'd think, and exactly which berberine to take so you're not wasting your money or your time. Because if you don't know this timeline, you're going to check your results at exactly the wrong moment and think it's not working, when really you just stopped 1 week too early. Stick with me to the end and I'll show you the exact protocol we use. And if you want it right now, instead of waiting, just comment the word protocol below and I'll send it straight to you. I'm Diana, I'm a registered dietitian who specializes in pre and type 2 diabetes. Let's get into it. Let's start at day 7 because this is where things move faster than most people expect. Berberine works through a pathway inside your cells called AMPK, which is basically your body's internal fuel switch for how it handles sugar. And unlike a lot of supplements that take forever to do anything, this switch starts flipping fast. In a study on adults with type 2 diabetes, researchers gave berberine 3 times a day and tracked what happened week by week. Fasting blood sugar and after meal blood sugar both started dropping within the very first week. That's genuinely fast for something you can buy without a prescription. Now here's the part almost nobody mentions. Cholesterol does not move on the same timeline. At day 7, there just isn't enough solid data to say cholesterol is changing yet. And that gap right there is exactly where most people get tripped up. Here's the deal. People start berberine, they check their numbers 2 or 3 weeks, they see their blood sugar improving but their cholesterol looking untouched, and they assume it's not working for that part, so they quit. And that's a real shame because the story is nowhere close to finished at week 3. Now let's talk about day 30 because this is where the picture gets clearer. In a 1-month trial on people with type 2 diabetes, fasting glucose, after meal glucose, and a marker called fructosamine, which reflects your average blood sugar over the past couple of weeks, all dropped significantly compared to the placebo. And in people with metabolic syndrome, just 1 month of berberine added on top of their regular treatment lowered fasting glucose, after meal glucose, triglycerides, and total cholesterol compared to the control. So cholesterol is finally starting to move by day 30. It's not just the main event yet. That's still coming at day 90. But before we get there, I need to stop and talk about something that matters just as much as the timeline, and that's which berberine you actually take. Because here's the truth that nobody tells you: not all berberine on the shelf is the same, and the wrong choice can quietly ruin your results before you even get a fair shot at them. This is why if you're going to take berberine, I want you taking Jade Pure Berberine, and here's exactly why. First, the form. Jade uses berberine HCl, not liposomal berberine, not dihydroberberine, not some trendy new version with a fancy name. Berberine HCl is the exact form used in nearly every major human clinical trial, including every single study I'm walking you through in this video. Those other forms get marketed as better absorbed, but there's barely any research proving that actually leads to better real-world results. So Jade sticks with the form that's actually proven to work at the dose that's actually proven to work. Second, the dose. Each Jade capsule is 600 milligrams. Take one with your first real meal of the day and one with your last meal of the day. That puts you at 1200 milligrams daily, which sits right inside the range used across the clinical research. Not some made-up proprietary blend number that sounds impressive but isn't backed by anything. And you take it with food on purpose because food slows digestion, which actually helps your body absorb the berberine. And it also cuts way down on the stomach upset that's the most common complaint when people first start. If your stomach's sensitive, start with just 1 capsule a day for the first few days or even first few weeks, then work your way up to 2. Third, purity. Each batch of Jade is third-party tested for heavy metals and potency. It's made in a GMP-certified, FDA-registered facility. It's berberine HCl at a clinical dose you can actually trust the label on. When you're already dealing with blood sugar and cholesterol issues, the last thing you need is a supplement where you're not even sure what's really in the capsule. You can rest assured with Jade Berberine. Quick pause because this is the part people skip and regret. If you'd rather have the whole plan laid out for you instead of just piecing this together yourself yourself, comment protocol below and I'll send you our full Berberine Protocol, exact dosing, timing, and the daily habits that make it actually work. All right, now here's the part of this research that honestly surprised me the most. By day 90, everything changes. This is where cholesterol finally catches up, and it catches up hard. There's a 3-month trial in people with type 2 diabetes and high cholesterol, and the numbers are wild. Fasting glucose dropped from 7 down to 5.6. After meal glucose dropped from 12 down to 8.9. HbA1c, your 3-month blood sugar average, dropped from 7.5% down to 6.6%. Triglycerides fell, total cholesterol fell, LDL, the cholesterol you actually want to bring down, the bad one, fell as well. Every single one of those numbers beat the placebo group significantly. Blood sugar moved first. Cholesterol needed the full 90 days to really show up. And that's just not one lucky study. A 2024 review pooling 50 clinical trials found berberine lowered fasting glucose, after meal glucose, LDL, bad cholesterol, total cholesterol, and triglycerides, with most of these studies running right around the 3-month mark. A separate 2023 review focused just on cholesterol found similar drops in LDL, total cholesterol, and triglycerides over 4 to 24 weeks. Now, I do want to be straight with you. The people who benefit most are the ones who start out with numbers that are already high, prediabetes, type 2 diabetes, or elevated cholesterol. If your levels are already normal, don't expect a dramatic shift. And this isn't side effect free either. The most common complaint was stomach upset and bloating and loose stools, usually in the first week or two before it eventually settles. To learn more about the side effects and how to deal with them, definitely watch my video on this topic. I'll link it right here. One more thing worth knowing, this isn't a forever supplement and it's not a standalone fix either. Most people use it for 3 to 4 months, then reassess with their doctor. They have blood work done and check their numbers. If your numbers are in a healthy range, of course you can stop, but if you still have work to do, I would suggest continuing it. And also don't forget about the lifestyle factors that you should implement as well. Berberine works best stacked with a higher fiber, lower saturated fat diet, a short walk after meals, a couple of resistance training sessions a week, and real good sleep every night. Those habits fix the root problem. Berberine helps to speed up how fast those habits pay off. A quick note, if you're pregnant or nursing, berberine is not for you. And if you are on any prescription medications already, definitely just talk to your doctor first before starting. So here's the full picture. Blood sugar tends to move first, sometimes within the first few weeks. By day 30, glucose improvement is definitely more clear and cholesterol is just starting to shift. By day 90, both blood sugar and cholesterol hit their strongest, most consistent improvements, but only if you're taking the right form at the right dose consistently with food. And that's exactly why Jade Pure Berberine is built for you. If you want to check out Jade Berberine, I'll link it right below this video. And if you want the exact dosing, timing, and daily habits that make it actually work, comment protocol below and I'll send it to you right away. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already done so.